Welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV. Yeah, you has him in front of us, so let's deal with him. There you are, Sirius. Commander Levier instructed me to wait for you. Your assistance is most welcome, believe me. Most of the third hail from Uldar, and for a man accustomed to the feel of sand beneath his boots, the crunch of snow can be rather disconcerting. But to that hand, nary a moment ago, I received word that the heretics we seek have been spotted making for Danifan Pass. My braves are already in pursuit and should be grateful if you would join them. I myself shall be taking part in the hunt. Never let it be said that I do not earn my coin. Greedy little kobold. Hello, rank A elite mob. Balls, my ankle's on fire. Caught my boot on a rock or something and twisted as I fell. The others went on ahead for Danifan Pass. Hurry and you might catch up. If you're unsure where to go, look for tracks. The snow is fresh and they shouldn't be hard to find. Okay. Now, we knew as far as Danifan Pass. Now we have to look for these aforementioned tracks. The tracks lead southeast. Cyan, what are you doing here? The heretics, I'm not sure. It was a great scared beast and you hasse? I think he went east on his own. The heretics split up, so we did too. Sonic blue coats. How embarrassing. I was so intent on following the heretics' tracks that I have almost failed to notice they had doubled back. Almost, mind you. One tried to sneak behind me and got a knife in the gut for his troubles. I fought myself alone, so I started searching the dead man's knapsack for anything of interest, and lo and behold, before his friend found me, I came upon this. Withdraw in groups of 3 or less to the observatorium. Give a signal and wait. The merchant will be watching. Be late and be left for dead. It speaks for itself, does it not? That can't possibly mean to rendezvous inside the place, so we should restrict our search to the surrounding areas. Let me rephrase that. You should restrict your search to the wilderness around the observatorium. I will need more than a moment's rest to recover from these wounds. Circling half through the Central Highlands here. Suspicious people. I'm through with listening to your excuses. We leave now. How? The woods are crawling with those blue coats and the knights are searching every wagon that passes through the gates. Well, stay with him then, if you think you're any better. No. No need for that. There are places like this in my homeland. Sacred snow-capped peaks where blood must not be shed. Yet your lands ever thirst for blood of a fallen, and by your deeds it has drunk deep. No, I have done no wrong. None but meet in secret with heretics. Deny it all we will. We shall have the truth from you yet. The Inquisitors are not the only ones skilled in the art of interrogation. Damn it all. Fancy meeting you here, Sirius. I presume your work with a thought brought you hither? What a tangled web. Lest you wonder, we came not for the heretics, but for the merchant who has been conspiring with them. He came to our attention during the course of our investigation into the Ivy. It beggars belief, I know, but it seems our Garlean spy may have been providing assistance to Isard. Were it not for the effort of Lady Yugiri and the shinobi, we might never have discovered this connection. Master Alphino is too kind. I fear my people and I have done little to aid your search for the spy. We long to strike back against the Empire and weaken their influence in this land, to prevent the tragedy which befell Doma from reoccurring. The days ahead and the work they promise will require a very particular set of skills. Skills which I am fortunate enough to possess. If you will allow it, I would accompany you until the investigation is complete. That's a most generous offer, Lady Yugiri, and one which I gladly accept. Thank you. Though I may disappear for a time, know that I shall never be far, and shall always be watching. Comforting thought? Come, Sirius, let us wait inside for Captain Ilbert and return and deliver his report. Captain Ilbert seemed confident that the merchant's resolve would swiftly crumble when pressed. If so, we should have new information ere long. As to whether it will bring us any closer to learning the Ivy's identity, I would rather not say. Given our adversary's cunning, I shall consider us fortunate if we are spared another wild dodo chase. The gods know we have more than enough to occupy our time as is. Captain? Captain Ilbert, your report, if you will. Aye, Commander. Firstly, with regard to the heretic we captured, I regret to say that the man could tell us naught that we did not already know of Shiva. We have since handed him over to the Ishgardian authorities. Henceforth, the Holy See will pursue the matter independently. Our inquiries concerning the Ivy, however, have proved more fruitful. We have ascertained the channels by which the heretics acquire their information on the shipment routes. Go on. You will recall the flame we first identified as being in the Ivy's employ. From him we were able to trace a trail of conspirators, each taking us closer to his master. Alas, the trail came to an abrupt end. Fearing that the investigation had been compromised, we took the necessary step of detaining all suspected of conspiracy. There were 5 on our list, including a flame stationed at Revenant's Toll. The man's primary duty was to keep an inventory of donations from abroad, the particulars of which he would share with benefactors, thereby ensuring that needs did not go unfulfilled. By virtue of his role, he was privy to the details of all shipments bound for a settlement. Needless to say, that includes those originating from Horse Photoms. He knew the precise route the caravan would take, and he sold that information to a merchant. I think I can guess which one. None other. With a little encouragement, he soon confessed to knowingly aiding and abetting the heretics. Well, that's one mystery solved at least. But what of the Ivy? Are we any closer to prizing off his mask? I dare say we are, Commander. Our relentless pursuit has forced him to commit a grave error. In a desperate bid to cover his tracks, the Ivy resorted to exercising certain administrative powers available only to high-ranking members of the Immortal Flames. If you consider then that our investigation is known to barely a handful of them, the field of suspects is greatly narrowed. You mean to say that the agent is among Raban's innermost circle? Someone who has been with him since the Immortal Flames' establishment? That's the most plausible explanation. The infiltration likely occurred during the company's founding, with the groundwork for the act being laid beforehand. To slip into a position of authority unremarked and remain above suspicion all these years. I too was surprised, though I really should not have been. Of the three grand companies, Ul'Das was ever more vulnerable to infiltration. Both Limsa and Gridania had long-standing armies, and long-standing armed forces that lent themselves well into the formation of a maelstrom and the order of a twin adder. To all intents and purposes, it was the same people, loyal ones mind, under the same leadership, only the banner was different. Not so the Flames. Ul'Das' military was made up of disparate orders, most of which were glorified mercenary companies that answered only to their own paymasters. Hardly an ideal environment in which to establish something as high-minded as a grand company. The difficulties Rauban faced in founding the Immortal Flames are well known. Even after he had convinced his fellow syndicate members to share the cost, there remained the small matter of finding enough bodies to fill the ranks. Indeed, and given the pressing nature of the Imperial threat, that meant recruiting every passing sellsword. Amidst the chaos of its founding, it would have been child's play to infiltrate the company. A good deal easier than now, aye. The Immortal Flames have ever been caught between conflicting interests, the public and the private. Though the monetarists ultimately agreed to support the organization's founding, it was not out of charity that they did so, but simple self-preservation. Had Niall Vandanas' ambition been any less apocalyptic, you may be sure that they would never have risked resupplying Rauban with an army. 'Tis but a wonder they did not attempt to extinguish the flames the moment the danger had passed. Returning to the present. Even as we speak, our Doman allies are shadowing several high-ranking flames, any one of whom could be the Ivy. Desiring to deal a blow against the Empire, the refugees were eager to lend us their aid. I expect to hear from them ere long. Very good. Pray continue your investigation with the first. Meanwhile, have a second attend to the unrest. The third can join the fourth in inspecting crystal shipments. If they notice anything unusual, I want to know about it. If Shiva is summoned in like manner to the other primals, the heretics will be looking for further supplies. Understood, Commander. I shall send word to Sir Emmerich informing him of our success in identifying the heretics' abettors. Hopefully, the information will be of some use to the Ishgardians. It is time, Commander. Yes, I'm aware. An emergency council of the Alliance leadership has been called. There have been developments in Garlean, it would seem. As commander of the Crystal Braves, my presence has been requested. I would have you accompany me, Sirius, as the realm's stoutest champion. It is only meet that you be present for the discussion. Oh, and the antecedent has already given her consent, lest you worry. And talk to him again. Like me, you are doubtless eager to conclude our business with Iceheart, but until another path to her sanctum is found, she will remain beyond our reach. Menphilia and the Archons are sparing no effort to secure an alternate route. Until such time as they succeed, I suggest we give some thought to the realm's other problems. I shall go on ahead to Gridania in readiness for the coming council. Meet me at Novika's altar and we shall make our way to the Lotus Stand together. Unlike Rauban, politics is not my cup of tea. While you and the commander attend the council, I will attend to some business of my own. My thanks for coming, Sirius. When you are ready, speak with the conjurer yonder. She will show us to the Lotus Stand. This one. The Alliance leaders await you at the Lotus Stand. We'll be joining them now.
Change has come to the Garlean Empire, and we must discuss the implications.
The rumors are true, then? The War of Succession is ended?
It is. A new emperor reigns in Garlemald.
Who?
The birth and all too rapid expansion of the Garlean Empire is commonly attributed to the strategic brilliance of Solus Zosgalvis, yet he did not rule alone. Several members of the royal household also distinguished themselves during his reign. Nevertheless, it was the eldest son who stood to inherit the throne, until his most untimely passing.
I thought us fortunate when I learned that the Emperor had died without naming a successor.
Would that the Garlean Empire had died with him.
That's the Emperor's sarcophagus, right? And this is the new Emperor who just spit on him.
Twas the grandson and his uncle who had the strongest claims, was it not?
Indeed, yet claims count for little without the power to assert them. High Legatus Varus Ye Galvus is a respected military leader, not so his uncle.
So young Varus has torn the crown from his uncle's grasp and taken his place at the head of the Empire.
He doesn't look that young. At the earliest, I would estimate him at his late 30s. But that's the youngest I can imagine him.
Given the troubled nature of his succession, the new emperor will require time to seal his grip on power. Yet have no doubt but that he shall, for there are none left with strength enough to oppose him.
Since the success of Operation Archon, the remnants of the 14th Legion and the forces occupying Alamigo have done naught but fortify their positions. But you can be sure they'll be ready to march on us again, if their Emperor gives the word.
When, not if. They say this Varus was so set upon Eorzean annexation that he spoke out against the Meteor Project.
Plainly, the new emperor's intentions are of great concern to us all. I propose that we set aside the Cartano dispute for the present, and discuss what measures the Alliance might take to prepare for a resumption of hostilities with Garlemald. Moreover, I move that we re-examine the question of how our former allies in Ishgard might be persuaded to retake their place at our side. Could Eorzea but stand as one, 'twould deal a grave blow to our enemies' ambitions.
Well, I suppose we should be grateful that they have finally acknowledged the inevitability of Imperial attack. Who knows? They may even do something about it.
Don't be so cynical, Alfino.
If only the leaders of Ishgard would follow their example and stop hiding behind their gates, praying for the coming storm to pass them by. But that is a discussion for another time. At present, I am more concerned by the fact that the Alliance's mooted preparations will be made known to the Garleans many moons before their coming.
Right, spy.
So long as the ivy eludes our grasp, no secret is safe.
There was Rao 1 second in command just now. She was there at the beginning of the discussion, but not at the end. She didn't leave together with him. And would not have escaped to notice that the nations of Eorzea are no nearer to being of one purpose despite their protestations to the contrary. Plainly, the threat of the resurgent Garlean is not enough to stir them. And the reason for this? Deep-rooted mistrust among the citizenry. The nation's leaders have come to all the understandings they like, but their unity means little and less to the common folk. Take the Lominses, for instance. Though Admiral Merwood outlawed piracy over a decade ago, the foreigners still picture the nation as a haven for grog-swilling wooden-legged cutthroats. And likewise, the Gridanians are mocked as hermits who talk to trees, the Uldans scorned as swindlers who worship coin. Not that such sentiments are entirely without grounds, of course. Take that pillar of Uldan society, Telegy Adelegy, for example. But that is beside the point. The fact is that people are wary of outsiders, whether they have cause to be or not. On that basis, one can argue that the conflict at Cartano is a necessary evil. Each nation has its own warmongering faction that advocates the acquisition of Omega. In order to placate them, we present them something resembling warfare, and thereby curb their appetite for full-scale conflict. But enough idle musing. Let us speak of a more pressing matter, the Ivy. Since we spoke at the observatorium, Captain Ilbert has further shortened his list of suspects, and by happy coincidence, the one he deems the most likely candidate is lately come to Gridania. The hunt is near its end, Sirius. All that remains is to corner our quarry. Seek out Ilbert near the Adder's Nest. He will give you the particulars. Should there be any development in Coffers, you may be sure that I will send word without delay. In the meantime, I wish you success in apprehending the Ivy. My thanks for coming, Sire. Doubtless the commander has informed you, but we have unmasked the Ivy. From this point on, we must proceed with extreme caution. Listen well, the spy we have been seeking all this time is none other than Flame Marshal Leline Rauban's second in command. Prior to joining the Immortal Flames, she was a mercenary of no small renown. With her skill with her polearm had to be seen to be believed. Of Ishgardian birth, she's the highest-ranking foreigner in the Immortal Flames, borrowing the Flame General himself, of course. When he formed the Grand Company, Rauban chose people based on their worth. Whence they hailed was of no interest. The monetarists saw things differently, however. Having funded the enterprise, they reserved the right to reject candidates nominated for high-ranking positions. And it was no secret that they did not favor foreigners, Ishgardians especially, after the way the Holy See forsook the alliance. Yet the monetarists did not raise so much as a murmur of protest when the royal was appointed to her post. Passing strange, is it not? Could it be that the Ivy has some hold over the monetarists? But these revelations are secondary to our current mission. Of foremost interest to us is Roriel's presence here now. As you may be aware, it is the duty of a Flame Marshal to command the Immortal Flames in the absence of a Flame General. While Rauban attends the Council of Alliance Leaders, she should have remained in the Hall of Flames. The woman has no business being in Gridania, yet here she is nonetheless, on some pretense. She's up to something, mark my words. Even as we speak, I have a dozen men trawling the Flames records for evidence of Rauban's guilt. But if we can catch her red-handed, we have all the proof we need. Which brings me to the plan. I have people watching the city gates, the airship landing and the docks, every point of egress. She cannot leave without our knowledge. All that remains is to shadow her until she betrays her true purpose. Can I rely upon your eyes, Scion? Alright. You have my thanks, so let's go. And take care not to alert our quarry. Roll is headed in the direction of a blue Badger gate. With me, Scion. So Raoul has entered the Garlean canopy. Meeting someone perchance? Could it be she means to board an airship? Pray look for her within. If she's not on the upper floor, try the landing area below. One of mine is stationed there and she may have seen something. Ephemer is her name. I shall remain here in case Raoul reappears. Serious Sharplate, such an unexpected pleasure. What brings you here? A social visit, you say? How pleasant. No, she didn't come this way. I've noted every passenger and none bore any resemblance. Well, don't let me keep you. Nowhere to be seen, you say? You're sure she did not board an airship? She did not come back out either. Where in the seven hells could she have gone? The roost. How could I forget? Olga, strike me down for a fool. I will search the premises. While I do that, I need you to speak with a man I posted at the three main gates and the pier. Find out whether there has been any suspicious activity and then meet me at the Aetherite Plaza. Nothing to report at this gate, sir. No one resembling the suspect has been seen here. Have you seen anyone? No, sir. The suspect did not come this way. Given how little traffic passes through this gate, I would have noticed if she tried to slip by. Yeah, the White Wolf Gate is probably the least used exit of town. The suspect. Haven't seen her. Best check with one of the others. No, sir, a few Ellison women did leave on the last ferry, but none of them matched the suspect's description. Okay, Albert, I got nothing. Well, have there been any sightings? Damn it all, I turned the roof upside down, but well, was nowhere to be found. The innkeeper told me she had availed herself of a room, but no one saw her leave. She has done some manner of disguise, so that there can be no doubt as to where she has gone. Greetings, good sir. Might I interest you in some Muntoi tonic? A cup a day imbues a man with great vigor, if you take my meaning. Perhaps another time, friend. Wait, the necklace. You're a shinobi of Doma. The woman you seek has left Gridania by way of West Shore Pier. She was attired as a merchant, but these eyes are not so easily deceived. You may wish to take your search to the East Shroud. Rest assured that we shall continue to support you from the shadows. Thank the 12 of the Domans. Were it not for their unique talents, Wayol would have disappeared without a trace. Our hunt leads us to the East Shore, Zion. I suggest you follow Raoul's example and take the ferry from West Shore Pier. You'll doubtless wish to make certain preparations. See to them while I go on ahead. I shall wait for you at Sweet Bloom Pier. This way, my friends. Hey, Lady Yugiri. Your quarry makes for Hawthorne Hut. Very good. We must make haste. A moment, Captain. There's another matter which requires your attention, and the most urgently, I fear. What is it? A short while ago, an Imperial squadron was observed departing Castrum Oriens. They marched at speed for the South Shroud. So we have decided to take action. Indeed. They seek to destroy the jamming device. An explanation is in order. You may be aware that the Guardians have their own method of communication over great distances. Well, our ingenious friends at Garlean Ironworks have provided us with devices which disrupt these communications, and we have installed them around the city-states. In so doing, we have made it difficult for Imperial agents to correspond with their masters. Of course, we did not expect the Garleans to remain silent. If they wished to communicate, they would find a way, be it via covert correspondence or secret meetings. Needless to say, we hoped they would risk the latter, and Wayol has not disappointed us. As a well-known face in the Immortal Flames, she cannot move about Fanalan without being recognized. It would only be a matter of time before someone saw through her disguise. It is for this reason I believe she has chosen a Black Shroud for a clandestine meeting. The Ellison are a common sight here, and her comings and goings are not like to turn any heads. However, were the jamming device to be rendered inoperative, Wayol would no longer need to meet her masters in person, and the planned rendezvous would almost certainly be called off. And we cannot have that. It would deprive us of the opportunity to secure damning evidence against her, which is the very least we need if it convict someone of her standing. All rests upon the continued operation of its jamming device. It must needs be protected. If you could attend to this task, my shinobi and I will continue to observe Wayol. Very well. Cyan, I would have you intercept the Garleans while my men move to cut off their retreat. None must escape. Several of my countrymen have already taken up positions on the South Shroud. Seek out the shinobi or quarryman and he will apprise you of the situation. We meet again, friend. I have no monetary tonic to offer this time, I'm afraid. As I believe you know, Imperial forces are on the south shore on a mission to destroy the jamming device. We must see to it that they do not succeed. So the crystal braves will cut off their retreat? Very well. My countrymen and I shall attend to the soldiers. The infernal war machines we leave in your capable hands. At present, the Garleans are in the vicinity of Underport Keep. Let us head there at once. Okay. Taken alive. Good work. That was the most impressive showing, my friend. As you can see, we have not been idle. The Ivy will receive no warning of our coming. Now that the jamming device is no longer at risk, you may safely return to your hunt. Pray rejoin Lady Giri. She awaits you at Hawthorne Hut. I shall remain here and have words with Miss Soilot. Nothing serious, I assure you. Just a spot of small talk. I'm given to understand the mission was a success. Not a single Imperial soldier made it to our position. Thorough work as always, Scion. By way of reward, we can now turn our attention to Royole once more. What news, Lady Yugiri? My people report that she has departed for Bramble Patch. So she means to go ahead with the meeting. Excellent. It is time to close the net around her. My countrymen and I shall lie in wait in the shadows. Tread warily, my friends. Just beyond, Royole is in conversation with an individual clad in the manner of an adventurer. An Imperial intermediary, in no doubt. This is it, with me. Flame Marshal Elaine Royole, you are under arrest for treason and espionage. You were followed, bloody fool. I actually like this glamour of this armor piece. So, the coloring. This red black. Damnations. You are unarmed, my lady, and scarcely garbed for battle, but if you wish to fight, you are welcome to try. What is the meaning of this, Captain? Would you arrest me for strolling the 12th Wood? When last I looked, that it was no crime, and neither was conversing with passing strangers. You would feign ignorance, then. Very well. If you do think of something to say, there's plenty of time to say it later. Now, come quietly, or I shall make you wish you had. I will offer you no struggle. After all, I have naught to hide. Even a warrior for Rol's renown could not have hoped to escape by force. Despite her claim of surrender, it does not bespeak innocence, but an awareness of that her position is untenable. With the ivy thus uprooted, it's to be hoped that the tendrils she entwined around the immortal flames will gradually wither and die. Mayhap then the people of Ul'dah will have a grand company they deserve. But let us speak of the present. If I may ask, what will you do now, Sirius? So the science seek a way into Isard's sanctum. Then I dare say you are eager to return to the rising stones. Pray do not let me keep you. Fear not, my countrymen and I shall tend to the aftermath. You need not waste your talents here. And speaking of talents, have you considered training in the art of a shinobi? You have the aptitude for it, I believe, so please give it some thought. Till next time, my friend. And I think I end the episode here. And yeah, until next time, when we play more Final Fantasy XIV. I am Mace, and don't get lost.